Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. And today is February 19, 2024, and today is Monday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, the U.S. market's drifting lower as we closed off the day last Friday. Now looking at today, no major economic events scheduled. And in fact, today the U.S. markets will be closed in observance of President's Day, which is a national holiday. Now looking at the various markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, the major pair is unchanged. It's a new Monday, and it's a new low for the Turkish Lira. That trend continues to happen. And as we look at the indices, the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ did drift lower. And looking at commodities, gold bouncing back above 2000 to 2020 as it's making that range continue. Now looking at oil on its resistance and natural gas on its record lows. Now looking at the stocks, now they all sold off in various forms. We do have to play out which ones sold off more than others. And lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin holding on to its gains. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we go. First with the Euro USD, and I expect it to be a lighter trading day because the US markets are closed, so just expect it. We're trading at 107.86. Now we hit resistance area at this level. What I do anticipate is right now we're going to trade in a range, okay? We might have the upper range at 108.60-ish level. We may have it lower. This may be a resistance-ish level where we're going to retrace, and we're just going to trade a little bit throughout a range. We're going to consolidate in this area. That's what I believe. I don't think we're going to make a U-turn and go back to this 111-ish level. Now looking at the Turkish Lira, another Monday, another low, and we've been watching this for a long time, okay? 30.82, added another 5 pips this morning. It's not a big trade, and I've mentioned this, but it's a trending trade, and it keeps on going lower and lower. Now, jumping into commodities, gold rebounded last week, okay, to 2021, where it dipped just below 2,000 and holding off. It's now in the middle of its range, okay? It's really just, generally speaking, in the middle of its range. It's not really doing much right now, so just keep that in mind. And looking at crude oil, consolidating on the upper range of its resistance-ish level, and this may be a beginning of a breakout. Okay, I didn't call it a breakout yet, but if you see it popping above 79, that may be a catalyst for us to break out on the upside. Now, the U.S. market sold off last Friday. If we look at a 4-hour chart, you can see that it was choppy trading. It wasn't major. Going into the weekend, the holiday weekend, that is a major thing. We chopped off here also as this retraced, okay? So you do see some retracement there as well. Now looking at the stocks, this is where it's interesting. There are some stocks that sold off more and some stocks that sold off less. So there's two lists. There's weak and there's weaker, okay? That's what's the story right now, okay? That doesn't mean that, okay, we're going to sell off, that's it. The, expansion that we saw over the past 6 months is over. Not necessarily, okay? So keep that in mind, all right? So looking at Apple, we are at the lower end, 197 to 182. That's 15 points. If you look at a weekly chart, it doesn't give it to us, but it's just hugging there, okay? It's just flatlining on a weekly chart. It's hard really to see here, but it is on its lower range. However, if you look at Facebook, holding on to its gap up. Okay, so this is not as weak. This is a little bit stronger. If we jump to JP Morgan, also just tapering off its all-time record highs. And so we see that this is continuously happening. Looking at Amazon, hold on to that gap up and held on to it as it's trading sideways as well. So that is happening. Now looking at NVIDIA, just off of its highs. So this is relatively still trading upwards. I do feel, and I do say that it looks like it's tapering off from its, ascent that it has, that steep ascent that it's had up until now. So we may be seeing a tapering off here. We may be just consolidating in this upper range. Now, lastly, let's take a look at Bitcoin. This is where it becomes really exciting. 52.65. Now, this has gained a lot and held on to its gains. This is beautiful about it, okay? Where it's moved up to these levels. But not just that, it's held on, okay? Does it mean that we're going to break out? No. Does it mean we're going to sell off? No. We're right now right here. And just keep this in mind. If it does break that 53-ish level, 52.70-ish level, we could see it continue to go up as well. So today, what to expect? Well, it's going to be lighter volume because the US markets are closed. So just anticipate that. So don't press it too much. There'll be plenty of opportunities this week, especially with the FOMC meeting minutes coming this Wednesday. So keep that in mind. And the video is also coming out with its quarterly earning reports. This is Fed Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.